Hello, Peter po again, your Pinoy accountant. So in this video, cash disbursement journal naman yung gagawin natin. So before we start, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like my videos. So if may mga tanong kayo, just comment lang sa ating mga videos and I will answer your mga questions niyo. So in this example natin, cash disbursements journal, 10 columns yung binili natin. So kita nyo, 1, 2, 10. So, mas madaming columns, ibig sabihin, mas madami yung mga expenses na nire-record ninyo. Depende sa business ninyo. If madami yung expenses ninyo, I suggest yung 12 columns or more or 14 columns yung bilhin ninyo. So, ito, in our example, 10 columns yung binili natin. So, ito yung mga ilalagay natin dito ng mga details. Of course, yung date. Ayan. So, supplier's name or particulars kung ano yung items ninyo. Ilalagay nyo dyan. And of course, sales invoice or reference. So, tandaan nyo, yung i-record natin dito, kailangan they are supported by proper invoice. Ayan. So, if walang invoice, hindi natin i-record dito because madi-disallow din yan ng BIR if ever they will review your books. So, ito yung mga common na mga expenses nilagay ko na dito. So, depende sa business ninyo. So, of course, we credit the cash. So, huwag kayong mabahala if ever magkamali kayo. You can cross ano lang nyo, line, lagyan nyo ng line, and of course, countersign ninyo. So, ito yung mga i-credit natin, of course, yung cash, because nagbayad tayo ng cash. And then, yung mga debit natin, ito yung mga expenses natin. So, ito yung mga common, rental ninyo, salaries, if may mga tauhan kayo, monthly contribution, so ito yung mga SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, kailangan nyo dito ilagay. And then, taxes and licenses, yung mga annual registration fees natin, mga business taxes, dito natin ilalagay. And we have here fuel or mga gasoline and transportation. And of course, related to lahat sa business natin na hindi to yung personal natin na fuel or transportation. And then, communication. So, madalas, ito yung mga cellphone natin, mga load, and of course, yung internet. So, yung mga monthly subscription natin sa mga internet service provider, dito natin ilalagay. And of course, light and water. So, again, related lang dun sa business natin. So, be sure na yung light and water na i-claim natin, yung part lang ng business natin. So, better if may submeter kayo. If wala naman, i-proportionate nyo na lang or you have this, ano yung basis ninyo na yung consumption ng mga equipment na related sa business ninyo, yun lang yung ilalagay nyo dito. And then next is yung office supplies. So, madalas din to na gamit natin sa ating business. And then, ito naman, representation and entertainment. So, ito yung mga lunch out. For example, you have mga clients, kailangan nyo mag-lunch out or mag-meeting outside. So, madalas may mga meals dyan. So, you can record it here dito sa representation and entertainment. But take note lang, may limit lang to. 1% if you are engaged in services, 1% of your net revenue if you are engaged in services, and 0.5% naman if you are of your net sales if you are engaged in sales of products and goods. So, ayan. So, simulan na natin. Mag-record tayo. Ito, for example, fuel. So, madali lang. So, kailangan nyo lang talaga i-transfer yung mga data dito na keep nyo na receipt. Hindi na pala receipt ngayon. Invoice na yung kailangan natin. So, ito, invoice, lalagay natin dito. So, for example, itong sales invoice natin. So, dito natin ilalagay. Yung date niya is January 14. Ayan. And yung supplier name naman niya, ito, City Prime Gas. Ayan. So, sales invoice number. Ayan. 1182501. And then, magkano yung binayad natin na cash? For example, ito yun. 1894.33. So, dito natin ilalagay sa cash. 1894.33. Ayan. So, yung last dito, that is your centavos or yung decimal point. So, ano yung expense? Diba? This is fuel or gasoline. So, hanapin nyo dito, ano ba yung expense na related dito. So, ayan, may fuel tayo or transportation. So, ito yung i-debit natin for the same amount, 1894.33. Ayan, so natapos na natin yung first entry natin or first example. So napakadali lang, January 14, ayan, City Prime Gas, yung invoice number niya, 1182,501. Yung cash na binayad natin is 1,894.33. Credit natin yan. And again, kung magkano yung credit natin, may katumbas yan na i-debit nyo. So equal palagi yan, yung credit tsaka yung debit. So ito, nag-credit tayo ng 1894.33. And yung debit natin or yung expense natin is the fuel or the transportation. The same amount, 1,894.33. So ayan, mag-sample ulit tayo. Ito naman, ayan. Ayan, for example, ano lang to ha, kumain kayo sa labas. So, may client kayo and you need, kailangan nyo mag-meeting outside. So, yun. I-record to natin. So, yung date niya is January 29. So, lagay nyo dito. January 29. Yung supplier natin, Chef's Table Cafe. Sulat nyo dito. Ayan. Then, yung invoice number niya, hanapin natin. Ayun. 72605. Sulat nyo dito. And then, yung cash, magkano yung nabayad natin dito. So, yung problem lang kasi if you are yung itemized deduction is you have to keep the receipt. So, ito yung total niya. That's just 35 pesos. Yung just a banana loaf slice. So 35. So yung cash dito 35. Ayan. So 00 yung ating centavos. And saan nyo pwedeng ilagay yung meals nyo or representation nyo? Ayan, for example lang dito. So dito nyo ilalagay sa representation and entertainment. So, second entry na tayo. Dito is 35. Ayan. So, balance pa din. Debit, 35. Credit, 35. So, sakto yung entry natin. So, ito, last. Mag-example pa tayo. For example, office supplies naman. Ayan. So, yung date nito, so, let's just assume na January pa yung date nito. Ayan. January 27. Example, January 27 to. So, lalagay natin dito. 27. So, mas better pala if yung sequence nito is according dun sa chronological order ng dates. So, ito, in example lang natin para at least may example tayo na office supplies. So, ito. Next is supplier's name. So, this is the Octagon Computer Superstore. So, kahit shortcut lang yung ilagay nyo dyan, Octagon. Ayan, pwede na yan. Basta yung importante lang is, i-keep nyo yung mga invoices nyo so that in case ma-audit kayo ng BIR, ayan, ito yung ipapakita nyo as supporting. So, next natin, sales invoice number. Sales invoice number. Hanapin natin. So, minsan kasi, masyadong madami yung mga details. Hindi natin mahanap yung invoice number. Ayan. Accreditation number. This is ID number. So, I think this is the sales invoice number. 264844. Tama ba? Ayan. So, i-double check na lang natin. Tanong natin kung saan ba dito yung invoice number. But, most probably, Ito yun, 264,844. So, lagay natin dito, 264,844. So, again, yung cash natin. So, yung total niya is 1899. Ayan, dito, 1899. And since this is related, this is keyboard, yung binili natin. So, office supplies. Related to sa ating office supplies. Hanapin natin yung office supplies. Ayun, office supplies. So, dito natin ilalagay. 1899. So, ayan. So, ito yung example natin kung paano ba mag-record sa ating cash disbursements journal or cash disbursements book. So, yung key lang dito is i-keep nyo yung mga receipts niyo. It's very important. And then, kung ano yung mga details dito sa inyong receipts, ita-transfer nyo lang dito sa ating books. So, yung supplier niya, yung date, supplier, invoice number, yung cash, magkano yung cash na binayad ninyo. And of course, ano yung corresponding na usually expenses to. Rental, salaries, yan, monthly contribution, taxes, fuel, could be mga communication, internet, light and power, office supplies, and representation and entertainment. So, yun lang yung video natin for today. So, if you have some mga questions kung paano mag-record dun sa cash disbursements ninyo, comment lang kayo down below. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our upcoming videos, general journal, tsaka general ledger. So, abangan ninyo yon. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again next time.